welcome everyone to another episode of the Endless Growth Podcast.
Yeah, welcome back. Today's episode is 104. How's it going, brother?
Good, my man. Just here, another Wednesday.
Yeah, leaving. I mean, living, breathing.
Living, breathing. I
That's
guess
good, bro.
glad to fucking wake up another day, right? Because you never know when
Yeah,
your day's gonna come.
yeah. I'd be trying to have that. I guess you could say that outlook on life a lot,
Mm-hmm.
because it's. I feel like it's super important if you're at least trying to be happy in life, having some sort of gratitude, because you could always focus on the shit you need, and be like, damn, I don't got this, this, and this, but you know,
Yeah, it's definitely a tough balance for sure. Trying to get both,
yeah,
because then you feel like you're not. It comes to a point where you're just living life and you're grateful for it, but at the same time, then you're like, now I kind of feel bad because I'm not really trying to do more, or
I
I
feel.
guess that's in more in a sense of like what you're doing, I guess. But
Yeah, but just because you have gratitude doesn't mean you have to be complacent with what you're doing, I guess you could say.
mhm.
Because I feel like mostly it's the opposite. It's mostly, damn, like I'm not enough. And no matter what you do, like you just feel like you're, not living up to par. And I feel like I always find myself doing that. But the good news is, occasionally I do have those moments where I'm like, damn, I'm grateful as fuck. Like one of the moments that I do feel gratitude a lot is like my mom brings me food or some shit.
Mhm.
Shit, bro. I'm always like, damn, some good food, or even just food I make, maybe like some good breakfast or some shit. I'm always like, damn, like I don't know. I just feel like I don't know, lucky, blessed.
No, absolutely. I
Yeah,
mean, shit. The food didn't cook itself. So I
no,
mean, somebody put their heart and soul into it and their time of the day, and
yeah,
now it's literally blessing you with nutrients.
yeah. You could take it so many more layers, though. You can be like, oh, like there's third world countries out there that don't even can't eat. Okay, maybe they eat once a day or something like that, right? I get freaking breakfast, lunch, and dinner and shit, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, it's just a good lens to just throw everything through and be like, damn, yes, I could maybe complain right now, but like what's good about this, right? Like for example, let's say you're having a bad day at job at work, or for you, like business is not, obviously business is going good in terms of like money, but let's say you just have an off day and be like, well, shit, there's people out here that aren't working, because
Hmm.
I definitely know a couple of those people that are still looking, or just aren't having the best luck, I guess, out there in life. So it's always good, bro. It's always good. I'm just trying to be more grateful and shit. I guess, yeah, maybe not just for the reason to be happy, but just as a whole. Just I feel like it just changes so much. I don't know.
It does. It's all over the place. I mean, but yeah, I mean, you always got to be grateful. I'm always grateful, to have work and a roof over my head. I was telling one of the boy that, and he's like, "Damn," he's like, I didn't really, I don't think about that stuff like that, but yeah, it's kind of the main things, like you can start thinking, like you said, third world countries and stuff like that, where they're
Yep.
literally like, or just even homeless people, that get put in that situation, whether it's through drugs or other stuff.
So
But
much shit. So much shit.
I mean, if you have work and a roof over your head, I mean, you're already winning. If you even
Yeah.
wake up, I guess you're already
Yeah,
winning,
yeah, I've
right?
heard that.
So
Literally, yeah. If you woke up healthy, with the freaking warm, feeling warm, have some food, then you up right now, type shit, for real, for real.
yeah, so
Yeah. You know what? I think I just maybe made the connection a little bit. So gratitude is, it says, it gives you happiness. The opposite would be comparison. And there's a lot of comparison. Well, I do a lot of comparison. A lot of individuals do as well with social media, bro. So that's like the opposite of gratitude, being on
mhm,
social media. And because I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I've been falling in that trap. Like I've been aware, but I didn't know to the extent that
mhm,
it's how much it's happening. Because it's literally, I don't really like, I guess, go out too much. I work, I'm from my house, go to the gym, all that shit. But then I'm on social media pretty constantly throughout the day. Like shit, I would hate to say it, but it's probably had to be 2-3 hours. Sometimes it's on YouTube, but sometimes it is on X or Instagram and shit, bro. The shit you see on there is, we know it's a highlight reel, but
yeah,
it's something I feel like we don't really like. We acknowledge it, but we don't actually like digest it, if that makes sense.
mhm,
Because yeah, I found myself like being like, shit, bro. Because I think it was even yesterday. I was talking to the boy Gonzalo, and he sent me some dude that I guess started blowing up with hats or some shit. So he's just
mhm.
yeah, he's doing like collabs with Little Baby and shit like that.
Oh shit.
And I just remember getting on the page and being like, what the fuck? And basically, it's like the whole flashy lifestyle. And the reason he was telling me about that dude is because one of his best friends, he bought a Corvette off him like 4 or 5 years ago.
Huh.
And that dude, right after he like sold it, that's when he started blowing up. So they kind of like, well, his friend knew about him or bought the car off him when he was starting to blow up. So just because I feel like it's proximity, I'm like, oh, my friend's friend knew him,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, fuck, that guy's doing so much fucking better. And
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even trying to like put myself or compare myself, but just kind of seeing that shit, I was like, fuck, like I just kind of felt like I was behind just seeing shit like that. I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck,
Yeah, I mean the hat shit's kind of crazy. Now you brought that up, but I mean, yeah, overall, like you're saying, it is a whole social media thing.
yeah,
Kind of gets the better of you sometimes, even though, like you said,
we're aware of it.
we're aware of it, but at the same
Yeah,
time, you're just like, damn, like,
the
what the
fuck's
fuck
going
am I
on?
doing?
Yeah, bro,
Yeah,
it's
but
literally insane.
no, but yeah, one of the homies, I don't know him personally, but I wrapped his cousin's truck, and he's like always followed me, and we kind of on social media, we kind of just
Mutuals and shit.
mutual on there and stuff, like each other shit. And he's pretty close to that customer that I did, El Compa Lalo. But he got into hats too, and seems like it's fucking doing really well from him.
I don't get that shit though. So what is it's essentially a brand? You build up a brand. You make your own designs, or what?
Hmm.
What the fuck's the like?
Yeah,
Break it
literally.
down. That's it.
Yeah. And then after you get big with your following, I mean, he was pretty big in social media. It was more like in the truck stuff, like the slam trucks,
Okay, so he was a big advocate for the truck community. He
Yeah.
had a big following, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he'd be going like all the shows. He was big like on TikTok. And the Latin community obviously is more
Mm,
Spanish speaking than English. And yeah, always going to these. So he had a big following. So obviously you have a big following on Instagram. People know you through TikTok and all this, and then kind of made a brand with his name. And yeah, just custom hats. Well, not custom hats, but obviously it's like one of one shit. Obviously, like we're doing 100 of these, and then just started going from there.
oh,
And I
okay.
imagine he's probably eventually, maybe one day, he'll get to that point where he's making collabs with bigger artists or shit like that. But yeah, that whole hat thing's kind of. I mean, I'm a hat person, right? I wear hats, but I'm never to that extent where I'm really, I guess, buying off like somebody else. I'm more
Oh
just
no,
going to
yeah,
the fucking store and just whatever's there is
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Like, yes, most of my hats I get from just random
Mm.
discount stores or when we go on trips and shit.
Yeah,
So I've never really been in a hat where I'm like, where I see like a hat like as a shoe. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like it's
No,
like,
then there's some expensive ass hats too. Like
yeah.
I didn't even know that till recently, but yeah, you can get like some crazy. I think it's more like the baseball cap shit, like some rare ones, and have custom like what do they call them?
Embroidery and shit,
Yeah,
patches, shit like
patches
that.
and shit put on them. I don't know anything about that,
Okay.
but yeah, but yeah, the social media life, man,
It's a motherfucker.
it is.
No, it's good that we at least, are aware of it though, and you got to keep the conversation going though,
Mm-hmm.
because shit, I know if we were feeling like that, like I'm pretty sure there's other people as well. We're like, fuck, dude.
Oh man, imagine, yeah.
Yeah, especially if people aren't like, necessarily like, let's say you already are feeling band down, and then you add that shit on top. Fuck. Because I wasn't even feeling down when I was like before that shit,
Mm-hmm.
I seen it and I was like, fuck, I'm fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something crazy, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's social media. Honestly, surprisingly, I haven't been on it that much this week. I think
that's good.
I don't know. I've been keeping myself pretty busy. I
Okay,
did tell
okay.
my girl this week. I was like, I gotta put my head down and fucking get my ass to work.
Just
Like,
lock in real quick.
I was telling her. I think I've been like in a phase where I just kind of been like waiting for something to happen.
Hmm.
Nothing's gonna fucking happen just by
Mm,
standing around, right? So,
I get you, bro.
but yeah, there's been a lot of things recently where I think that's the reason. I was telling her, I'm like, it's not like I'm literally waiting for something to happen, but it's almost like when people like it's almost like the social media people, where they see the whole thing on social media and they're thinking someday they might fucking
It's
come
your turn or
across.
some shit.
Yeah, exactly. I was referencing, I guess, more like that. I kind of been like in that mentality in a way,
Mm,
or I found
yeah,
myself in that spot. So I was just like, I gotta snap the fuck out of this, like,
I'm
you
I'm
know,
with you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm straight up with you. I feel like
be,
I've been kind of taking life like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
because like you fall in situations where meet people, you meet things, and you kind of think like, oh, something's gonna happen, like, and you're just waiting and waiting, and
yeah,
while you're waiting, you're fucking falling off
yeah,
everything else. You're not like literally falling off, right? But you can give
yeah,
more
yeah, yeah, yeah.
to it and pay more attention because you were at one point. And yeah, I kind of noticed that in myself. Like, this was fucking late night, just like thoughts where I'm just literally like in the shower, just thinking. I'm like, fuck. Like, I don't
Yeah,
even want to go to sleep when I'm
yeah,
in
like
those
that.
kind of
No,
phases.
no, 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 no.
I'm like that thing I sent you, or you sent me, like, if you went, what is it? If you went to sleep broke, you shouldn't have gone to sleep or
Oh,
some shit
you
like
sent me
that.
that.
But it's almost like one of those where I'm just like, and it's not the broke thing, but it's like if you went to sleep thinking about that shit, like you shouldn't go to sleep. Like you should like
Hmm.
get to fucking work. Obviously, you got to get some rest and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah,
man, that was kind of a new thing for me this week.
that's good, bro.
Kind of came into the week with that mentality, but it's still hard though because there's just so many things, you know, on a plate that you have of things to do, but there's only so much time you have in a day too. So
Yeah, and then we also when we see shit like that, or like I think you just mentioned, yeah, that video you just mentioned. Well, if you're broke, why do you go to sleep? Well, shit. It's like that kind of also is like, damn, like, is it gonna come fast? Or am I not just gonna sleep for fucking a year? Like,
mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's kind of fucked because obviously you also want it, or just instinctually, we just want it fast, and
Mm-hmm.
that's not really realistic as well. So it's like, fuck.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. I mean, it's because the thing is with my situation, I'm not. I guess it's kind of veering away from the whole sleep thing, but like I know, well, it's a common sense. The more you work, the more money you're gonna make. Like
Hmm.
no matter what the fuck you're doing, you could be working at a convenience store, at a gas station here locally, Maverick or something. The more you work, the more money you're gonna get. Same thing with here. Like I've pulled all nighters. I've worked my ass off where I'm here every single day, and yeah, I get what I want. Like I feel good about it, but at the same time, then now I'm lacking sleep and socializing with people, friends, girlfriend, family, and it's like, oh shit, man. Like it's a hard patch I find myself going back and forward with, but and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure everybody falls into these little patches, but yeah,
No, I'm
but
with you there.
there's nothing like just like I don't know, just working and I don't know, feeling good about it, I guess. But yeah, that's life.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm in a similar boat, but it's for me, it's like obviously, I got a day job, so I do that shit, hit my gym, and then I think even recently, I think it was I did it, hit my quotas and shit at work, hit the gym, but then I got home and I was like, just I don't know, bro, just feeling a little down still. It's
Hmm.
like, you know, because like I said, I feel like I could do more, obviously, but it's just kind of like kind of hard. Something I always think about is like, what the fuck do I do? Like for example, the guys that are successful is like, how the fuck do they say? Let me start just making hats and this is gonna blow up. Like like some shit is crazy. Sometimes I feel like it's a little luck in there because there's no way you predicted you're gonna be successful while fucking making
No,
hats, right?
I think it's like they see the opportunity and they jumped on it quick. Honestly, um, I think that's how I would see it because it's like
But the thing is, like, someone can start a hat company right now and they could potentially become successful as well. So it's like
mhm.
they're not just early. It's like other shit. I don't know. It's like,
I was having that same thought with the detailing stuff because I was
uh-huh.
driving to work and I'm like, I've been in business for going 6 years now,
Yeah,
and as of right now, like every year that goes by, there's just more and more wrap shops, detail shops,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but there hasn't been any like that have been dying out. So it's like, what the fuck? But it's like this hat thing too, you know? It's like, isn't there eventually just gonna be too many hat fucking companies and no one's gonna make money? And I've been kind of in the boat where I was just like, what the fuck? Because obviously sales are down right now because
Yeah,
it's that time of the year. And I mean, and it's like this every fucking year.
yeah,
But my thinking just goes other places. Like, why is it slow? Like, well, how can we make this better? Even though right now I can't even take on more work with all the shit I got going
yeah.
on.
You're busy.
Um, but yeah, I was just thinking that and I'm like, it's kind of weird. But no, I think you're onto something there. It is weird how I guess it's just like luck, right place, right time.
Yeah, it's that. Plus, you also have to, be honest. It's gonna be hard work. I
Hmm.
feel like with brand, it's all about like connections or building up a community, like which is kind of something we're kind of doing here. To be
Hmm.
honest, like we are building some sort of a community.
Slowly, yeah.
Yeah, and maybe you never know. We could maybe launch a fucking, some sort of T-shirt and build like a, some sort of,
Shit, let's start making some
yeah,
hats.
just something. Isn't that crazy? Just like let's make some fucking hats, bro.
Yeah,
But yeah, I feel like it all kind of starts small and maybe you just kind of keep growing it.
yeah.
You kind of almost have like fans, I guess. Not saying that we have fans. It's more like just supporters and shit like that. But it's
It's
just
definitely the following, though. I mean,
right. It
I
has
feel
to
like
be.
if you have a big following and like it's a legit community you built, like through social media, like you're that one guy that comes on TikTok all the time and
Yeah,
makes people laugh with some dumb shit, you know. But whatever it is, I mean, you build that up. Eventually, you have that people like they're waiting for that next video to come out, and then now you start releasing something, whether it's fucking I don't know a cleaning product, the fucking sham wow, type
yeah,
thing, or in this case hats, shirts. People are gonna buy it. I mean, yeah,
yeah, bro. It's fucked up because there's so much shit you can do option wise, and literally like the top percent of the people that are in these areas are going to be successful.
Hmm.
So, for example, hats. There's people that make shoes. They're the top, I'm not saying like Nike and shit, more like small niche, like shoe companies. They're going to fucking grow. Like small car makers, small people that make, even dry cleaning.
Yeah, I mean,
It's everywhere.
all those like companies, like car companies, like you said, shoe companies. What they do, like the big companies, they get people. They fucking give the shoes for free, to an athlete. Like, hey,
Yeah,
you
that's
have a big ass
influencer.
following, get them up. I think it all comes back to the following, though. But
Well, that's what a lot of people, or for this, I'm just going to use Nike an example. Nike and a lot of other brands do this. They give their limited edition shit. For example, let's say they came out with an Air Force, and it's a special edition with the brand.
mhm.
Knowing that they could sell this fucking shoe for $200 retail, and it's going to go on resale for $500. They're like, well, fuck, it costs us maybe $20 to make the actual shoe. Let's send it to influencers such as rappers and shit that are into that thing, or people that move the culture. I guess in terms of Nike, they have to be big enough for Nike. They're not just going to send it to
Yeah,
some,
Joe Schmo.
yeah, maybe for like just as a gift, but for the influence purposes, no. But they basically just give it to them so they can like almost uplift the brand. It's crazy, but yeah, I do definitely do see that. So with that being said, okay, we make a hat or some bullshit. Let's use that same strategy. So, are we going to reach out to local people around the area and offer free hats and shit like that, or what would be like the game plan there? You think?
Yeah, I mean, even like let's say, like that dude I'm just talking about.
Uh huh.
We give him one, he starts wearing it, and he has a fucking big ass following, and then we make a collab with
Mm,
him.
got you.
So it's like, oh, and
Little
now
by little. Yeah. At that point, we need something to sell, though, huh? Obviously, right?
you need a fuck ton more hats, yeah.
Damn.
Or what I mean? I think that's what it is. But I feel like what we're talking about is so small though. Like there's so many things you can do.
That's fucked up. You get so many options that you don't end up doing shit because it's like, what the
Exactly.
fuck do I do? It's like the keys to get started, but then it's like there's so many options where I'm just fucking like,
And not even that. The problem is you'll get started with this. I'm like with my business, and then while you're doing this for 6 years plus,
duh.
you're just like, oh man, there's so many other things I could have done.
Yes,
So
the
then it's like,
shiny object
so I'm
syndrome.
just like, fuck. Now, I mean, it almost makes you feel like you're not doing the right thing,
It's
but
fucked up, bro.
you gotta fucking like cross that out of your head and be like, just
Just lock
stick to the
in.
fucking thing that's making the money, and you're good at it, and you're enjoying it, and sometimes you don't enjoy it because you're thinking of other shit, but
Yeah,
you gotta fall
the
back.
comparison thing we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, you fucking FOMO. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's fucked up.
thinking like, oh, this other idea can maybe blow up you more. Or
Yes.
yeah, it's
That's kind of what that shit I be struggling with a lot. Where it's like, okay, let's do something, let's get started, and then I think of something. I'm like, oh shit, this is something that people actually need and shit, right?
mhm.
But then I start thinking, well, fuck, is this, am I passionate about this? But it's like, passion doesn't pay the fucking bills, brother. So yeah, it's like a constant tug and pull, in my head for sure. Where it's like, fuck, what do we do next? So
Mhm.
yeah, I guess we'll I don't know, have to figure it out, or maybe we could even get somebody on the pod, maybe even potentially that dude, and yeah, just fucking pick their brains. Or I'm pretty sure there's other brands that are established out there. We can watch their YouTube videos as well, actually, like
Mhm.
designers and shit that we like. And yeah, just gotta get a sense of how you started and shit. Because Nike, when they were growing, they were fucking pretty small, but they ended up getting at the time it was like Adidas, Converse, those were like the big ones.
Mhm.
They ended up getting freaking Michael Jordan on, bro, like the best NBA player of all time. And fuck, see what that dude did to their
Man,
brand,
fucking
dog.
Brandon Jordan, yeah.
It's like, oh, shit, that shit took that thing to whole new heights. So
Yeah.
big that Michael Jordan himself is a billionaire, bro.
It's wild.
So that influence shit that you are talking about is super, super important.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it kind of always goes back to that stuff. And sometimes like people just make dramatic fucking changes in their life to become that person, the popular or that person that everyone's looking up just to kind of get that clout and then start something.
Yeah.
I've seen that in the past. I mean, I haven't really been following anyone recently that has done that, but I remember back then, like YouTubers were fucking like just post some stupid shit like, oh, just got arrested, and everybody be like looking like, what'd you get arrested for? And they just keep building their social media up, and eventually they come out with a clothing company or fucking supplements or some shit. But
Yeah. It starts with the community and the brand, I guess, is kind of, we kind of, broke it down there.
yeah, that's what it sounds like. So,
Damn, bro. Well, shit. Well, I guess we're kind of on the right track then. building something, hopefully community wise.
Yeah. Well,
And I guess we kind of been doing that. It's not necessarily like big influencers or nothing like that, but even recently we had JG on the podcast. Like I feel like he's pretty big here in terms of the gym community.
mhm.
Pretty sure that brought like new eyes to us. You know, I'm not saying we gained a fuck ton of new followers or nothing like that, but at least we're maybe at least known to the people that we're known, and maybe we keep popping up in certain areas.
Mhm.
Like I think it's a number of 7. You see something 7 times. That's when you decide to purchase. With us, it's not really a purchase. It's let's choose a subscribe or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess like maybe just be in front of more people and just do it longer and yeah, build something. Obviously for the right intentions as well. It's just like, oh, let's build this shit up and start fucking selling hats and get
Yeah,
rich
you
as
gotta
well.
have a
So
fucking plan behind it for sure.
yeah,
You
hundred
can't
percent.
just jump into shit.
Yeah, bro.
Sometimes I ask myself, how the fuck this business even worked out for me? Because I'm just like, I don't think I ever had a plan, honestly. I had a dream, but not ever a plan. And I just dreamt of like what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of a plan, but
Well,
it's,
yeah. Well,
but
you're actually a great example though. You do have a brand. Like people know about you.
yeah. And I
So
mean, that's we're talking about this. I mean, that's why it's kind of fucking with me a little bit because I'm like, I don't fucking post shit. Like, I don't.
mhm.
I have a shit ton of pictures and stuff to post, but it's just always something that's back in my head. And then when it comes to the end of the day, it's always something I'm like kicking myself about. Like, almost like at least once a week, it's in the head. Like, ah, man, you should have fucking posted. Like, you should have posted. You told yourself you're gonna post, but yeah, the whole brand thing.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I feel like I was thinking about this earlier because it's kind of just been on my head and kind of weird day today actually. I took the time today. I mean, I think when I've always like fallen in these kind of situations, I to kind of make myself, I guess, feel better or I feel more at grounded. I guess I kind of have to clean up and organize the space around me. So today I took to organize. Like yesterday, I cleaned my truck. Like I'm like that's one thing that's been bugging me. So
Yeah.
I'm like in a space that's I'm used to, and my shops too. They're pretty bad. I mean, I don't think the other shop had been detailed since I had a helper, so or like cleaned out. So like at the time, I was in the other shop and I was playing I was on Instagram on Spotify, and I
Mhm.
have my top 20, no, my top 100 songs, whatever it is from 2020.
Oh, okay.
Like when I got the shop, so it was fucking kind of a weird throwback day because I was
Oh
in that
shit.
shop for like half a day playing fucking the music that was around that time when I was in there.
Mhm.
But shit, I forgot what I was going. Oh, but basically how I feel like when the car community and the business, I feel like a lot of people are attracted through younger community, like people that are coming up.
Mhm.
Because if not, you kind of just fall into an area where you're just like with these older people, and
Mhm.
eventually these older people don't fuck with cars. They eventually get minivans because they have kids. But I'm like, I guess one way to stay up to date, I guess, or like always keep like a full cycle of new customers
Oh, like
coming in,
relevant and shit.
is bringing in like younger people. So I guess like like those Honda kids, those kids with the Subarus that are all like racing and stuff.
Mhm.
I don't think I have any friends nowadays that are still racing on Washington and
Oh fuck no.
cruising.
Yeah,
But back
no.
then, that's when my business was really big. When I was doing that, and all my friends were doing the same shit.
And they knew about you that
But
way.
now we're all out of there now. And I'm like, if I was like
Oh.
to hang out with those kids or I was in that community, I'd be known, I'd be their guy. Because back then, like, I think I was like the only person that was wrapping cars that was cruising his car that was wrapped
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
was the business owner. And I was like known, like, oh, that's the guy, or
So
go to
that
him.
definitely helped when you were starting off there, right?
Yeah. And it brought me back because back then I was just doing a bunch of like Subarus and like Hondas, like stuff like,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't do none of that stuff now. I mean, most of the stuff I do now is like just older people,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they buy a new car and they want to protect it because they want to keep it for 10 years. So
Gotcha.
they're PPFing it. They're actually putting like a really expensive tint. Back then, people were just fucking wrapping their cars.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And next year, they're wrapping a different color, car shows and shit like that. But yeah, it's kind of a full circle going back to how to stay relevant. But at the same time, like, it made me think. The reason I got there is because I was thinking back, how was I doing so many cars back then? And it was just mostly wraps and car shows and stuff like that. But
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Just being visible, like so people know about you and shit like
yeah,
that. So that's why I feel like we said this on the podcast, like going to community things and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I'm gonna fucking put that shit on the list, bro. We gotta pop out somewhere. Like I'm not expecting nothing. We probably maybe meet couple people, but you never know, where that takes you. And it's true because when you kind of put yourself out there, you just shit kind of works. For example, Thomas came on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I went out, socialized and trying to get better at that. Ended up getting, I don't know, a good conversation, I guess you could say, out of it,
Yeah.
which is cool. We learn. So, yeah, you never know what the fuck could happen. But I do agree that, yeah, being at your house, not doing shit is, and you would, like, I think we were talking about earlier, just waiting for something to happen. Yeah, the shit's just gonna fucking, a year or two gonna pass. And you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Because I've
Mm-hmm.
definitely did that about 4 or 5 years ago. I literally would not do shit, just work, I guess, gym
It
and
kind of
game.
it kind of relates to what we talked about in the last part about the whole fucking gambling or the
Mm,
the lottery.
yeah,
You enter and then you fucking fuck off because you're like, I'm gonna get that money,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't got to do shit. Like I'm just waiting for it to happen. It's kind of like
Yeah,
a thing like that where,
it's a mentality, bro.
but people live. I mean, you can get trapped in that easily. You can enter like me, fucking car giveaways. You can enter or just gamble, waiting for like the day's gonna come where I'm gonna win
Yep.
it, and you just don't get ahead in life. And before you know it, you got fucking kids. You can't even afford a mortgage because you've just been,
Your house poor as fuck.
yeah.
Nah, yeah, that's a fact. You definitely don't want to be doing that shit.
So yeah, feels like a lot of it all relates back to the human, us. The,
Yeah,
the
that's facts, bro. And it's not everybody's a dreamer, but I feel like me and you are.
hmm
But it could be a good mentality and a bad mentality. Dreamer, because back then I literally was like, if I don't make it, like fuck it, that's it, right? And it's kind of like looking back, it's like, what the fuck?
there
Like,
was no other option. You were gonna
it's
make
like,
it.
but I'm
Yeah.
not doing shit either though.
Mhm.
So I'm waiting for something. So, and a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, go through that. I remember even had an uncle like that growing up, and and I feel like that kind of helped me bust out of there. It's always like not yourself. It's hard to fucking analyze yourself sometimes, but like just other people. And like, fuck, I'm doing exactly what that man did right
Uh,
there. And I'm caught in that fucking trap where I'm just waiting for my big day, and that motherfucker ain't not gonna come. You got to go knock that door,
mm-hmm.
figuratively, maybe even literally sometimes, but not a fact, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of my wins, I guess, have come from me just working my ass off and like staying busy, and then the shit just comes, naturally. It does come, but it's not gonna come to you by not doing shit. You definitely gotta
Yeah,
like,
yeah, because you even actually said it. Most of your clients are referrals.
mm-hmm.
So it's like if you're not doing the fucking the first thing, you're not getting any referrals because no one's gonna refer you. You need
Exactly.
the first base. They refer. Hopefully they refer. Give it enough time. They come back. It's kind of similar with the real estate market. When you go into real estate, especially new, as an agent, you're not gonna run into someone that wants to fucking buy a house tomorrow. It's like something. It's a big purchase. Like it's something that people see you online. Maybe
Takes
you
fucking
post
30
about
years to
it.
pay.
Yeah, bro. And some of the shit that came to me was like, it just lines up. And, like for example, it's not like I became an agent. I was like, yo, bro, hook me up, bro. Like, let's go get you a fucking house right now, right? It was your decision. You brought it up and you brought it to me. And I was like, fuck it, bro. Let's get it done. So it's kind of like that where it's like, you have to be prepared. What's the whole luck thing? It's luck is when opportunity meets preparation. You brought up the opportunity to me, so look for a house. If I don't have my fucking real estate agent or the experience,
Yeah, I remember low key, you were probably
yeah,
like, you were telling me like, nah, bro, I'm good. Like, because I think you're thinking of more like I gotta pick out the houses. Because as an actual real estate agent, I guess kind of go into this
yeah,
as an actual real estate agent. If you're a true agent and somebody comes to you,
mhm.
your job is to like basically like questionnaire them, right? Like ask them exactly what they're looking for, what their plan is, like their budget, and then you kind of go on and you scout houses for them and stuff, right?
Not
Like,
even that, bro. My
no,
job. This is what I would do. So I'd be like, hey, they would hit me up first, obviously. I'd be like, okay, they're like, we want to start looking for houses and shit. Where I'm like, well, first of all, I don't know anything about you guys' financials, nor that's not my job at all. So it's like the first step, go talk to your lender. You don't have a lender? I got you. Do you need a Spanish one, English one? I got you. Send them to the lender. In your case, you already had a lender.
hmm
So had that conversation with your dude. He probably broke down how much you can afford, how much the payments are going to be, the amortization rate, how long it's going to take you to, pay off this much. And I
hmm
think in your case, you were looking at refinancing. So that was probably another conversation. So you knew everything in terms of what you can afford, what you're getting,
hmm
before we even seen a house. You already knew. So that means you already had the price range
yeah.
in mind. I didn't fucking do that. You guys did that shit, right?
hmm
So that's step number one. Me, maybe you do give me a price range, but when I did have a client, about maybe a good 5, 6 listing would come up each day. Yes, I could go ahead and send it to them, but I feel like they most of the time would kind of like just almost ignore it almost sometimes. And I'm like, just fucking just put the filters in there, just check all the time.
Mm.
And that's what they would do. They would always check, and then they would be like, okay, they'd send me like 5, 6 houses, bro. Then at that point, I would make the routes. I don't know if you remember when I made the routes,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah, they were all fucking like organized.
yeah, like
So
fucking time wise and everything. Like
that was
that
dope.
was back before fucking Chat GBT and all that shit, right? I was like fucking trying to figure all this shit out. Got pretty good at that. At that point, I'm just kind of there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's how I worked. A lot of other agents, I'm not sure if they're trying to like, oh, hey, this one's the one. Like,
Mm.
I don't know. I'm not. That's the fuck. I'm not buying the house. You guys, let me know what y'all think. And I'm just basically the middleman, to be honest with you. It's like, what do you want to offer? And then I could give you, I don't want to say necessarily advice, but like tips,
Mm-hmm.
like how much we should offer. How's the market right now? Is there a lot of, if there's like 10 freaking offers on the property already, I'm not going to tell you to underbid. Like
Yeah.
I'm doing you a disservice. But right now, I might tell you to do that because fucking house has been sitting on the market for, X amount of days now. So yeah, it's for me it was cool, but at the same time, I feel like I just had bad clients where they were just fucking just I don't know, too needy at some point. But I feel like I was like, I just got to do some other shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I still have my license, thankfully, which is pretty cool. I feel like I have to renew it in December. I just got to take
Oh,
like
dope.
18 hours of class. I'll do that shit. And you never know. I feel like that's an option or a certification. I know I've said that in the past where it's like, yeah, just keep getting knowledge and
That's
certifications
just
and
another
shit.
tool you got, in your belt. So
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I remember my broker even told me, he was like, yeah, if somehow one day someone comes to you and says they want to buy a $2 million house, fucking let's put your, license back on active or on the brokerage side.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, go fucking make a big ass commission. And I was like,
Hell yeah.
cool, cool, cool. So yeah, bro. But to answer the question, yeah, I really wouldn't do none of the choosing for you, I guess you could say. I
Yeah.
would just kind of be there and support you and hopefully have your best interest in mind.
Yeah.
A lot of agents don't do that, to be honest with you. They're just trying to get the fucking commission and get out.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, I
but
thought the
yeah,
reasoning, when at first you kind of were just like, nah, like I really don't want to do that. Well, I think at the time too, I think you were probably busy with other stuff, but I was like, dude, I'm gonna have the house already picked out. Like, I just need you to open the houses for me, and But at the same time, obviously, there's a lot of back end work on your end too. But no, going back to the how agents, because I remember when we bought the Roy house,
yeah,
that's the whole reason. Like, I kind of had the mentality where you guys like kind of took like a questionnaire,
mhm.
not literally, but you guys like the realtor has a pretty good idea like what you need, what you're looking for. And this is back in when the market was like there was a ton of houses I guess on the market back then when that Roy home basically came
Oh,
upon
like new
upon
construction
this.
and stuff.
New construction, old, new. It was just, I mean, we didn't even know about Roy, bro. Roy was like a whole different area. Like, I feel like when we lived in Ogden and at that age of myself, I was just like kind of like Ogden, Salt Lake. Like, there was nothing really
Yeah.
more. But anyways, yeah, every weekend he'd basically call us up and be like, hey, we're going to meet at this place at his office. I think we'd meet him at 1. And he'd have like a whole list of houses. Like, we had no idea what they were or nothing. He would just take us on the tours of all of them. Basically, what you did. But instead of me picking them, like,
Oh, what the fuck?
he already had them picked out, and
Uh huh.
then we did that like for probably like a month because
A whole month?
yeah,
That's insane.
because I was very specific what I wanted to. I mean, it was kind of the same thing where I was kind of the one picking the house, um, and I was like, it's got to have a 2-car garage, and it's got to have a fucking yard and like space for more cars and stuff like that. So, and all the houses that he was showing us and stuff, they were too close to their houses or they're just run down. And but anyways, but yeah, that's why my mentality when I told you, I was like, no, you don't got to do like that. But I wasn't even thinking of the other shit you have to do, which is actually like make a plan of going around. You still have to message the people. You still have to negotiate with them essentially.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to it. I feel like the first couple transactions I had with real estate, I got lucky, bro. Fucking everything went so smoothly. It was
Mm,
insane, bro. I was like, what the fuck? But later down that road, or that year, I had like 2 more, and both of those like were fucking both. I was Yeah, shit was going wrong. Then I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like this is how it's supposed to be, I guess.
I mean, luckily it was just early on too, though, and you kind of
Yeah.
learn a bunch of stuff because now if there is a case where somebody comes at you with they want a $2 million house, like you've already kind of seen it all in a way. Not seen it all, but you've seen a good grip of things and kind of know how to go about things to make it go through smoothly.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, I feel like back then I was also feeling a little bad because I was like wasn't aware of like the markets where they're at. So, but now I feel like you don't really have to know. It's like the interest rate is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's the house out there, that's fucking underbid because if it's been on the market for a minute and kind of go back and they might say no or worst case scenario they could say no.
Yeah.
Best case scenario is obviously they
Counter offer.
yeah, well, I guess the best case will they accept it, but yeah, they
Oh,
could counter offer if they're the legitimate. I feel like that did happen. Of one time, I don't know what client, but
mm-hmm.
yeah, we did get one, and then I think we counter offered again, and yeah, we basically just met in the middle. But I think it was after a conversation on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh hey, what are we looking for? Meet me in the middle or whatever. But yeah, bro. Yeah, it just depends. Like some of the bad experiences, I'm not gonna point anyone out, but one time, I had someone call me late as shit, asking me to show them the house the next day, like in 8 hours.
That was me.
No, that was not you. It
Just
was
kidding.
somebody, bro. I remember at a party, and I was just like a little buzzed already. I was like, "Hello." I was
Hello.
like, "Why the fuck I even answer this?" I was like, "Oh, can we get this scheduled?" I'm like, "Well, fuck. Their agent's probably sleeping. If he's not, he has to wake up the family. Tell him to wake up early. Tell him to get the fuck out the house so we go check out the house at 8 a.m."
Yeah.
So that was a whole shit show. This was the worst one, bro. I had a couple. We would go see houses. We'd see one house after my work every day. They would fucking hate it, or if they would love it, they would underbid. Well, there was like a shit ton of offers already, and they would never get accepted. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was like this for 3 months, bro. And I
That's
started
wild.
getting fucking annoyed, to be honest with you. I'm like, you telling me I'm over here fucking wasting all this fucking gas to see one house, either to say no or
Yeah.
underbid, and I'm over here writing the fucking contract. That takes a minute
It's
because
not even
I
worth it.
was new. I had to get it approved by a mentor to make sure everything looks good,
Mm-hmm.
and then fucking submit it. And that shit would stress me out because I feel like I didn't have control. I would have to wait for my mentor to say something, like approve it, so then I could go ahead and submit it. And the whole
Mm-hmm.
time, the other or the client is on my ass saying, "Hey, is it in? Is it in?" What they say.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I feel like it was maybe a mistake on my part. I was new, where I wasn't clear. I wasn't able to communicate and be like, "Hey, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, why are we underbidding right now?" So I feel like now I feel like I'm more confrontational. So it's just I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
skills as well that you have to learn. You know?
Yeah. It reminds me around when you were talking about making the appointments and basically making sure the people, like if you make an appointment, sometimes you got to get the people fucking out of there.
Yeah.
But we didn't have that issue with this last time
Oh
because
hell no.
there's new construction, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, that was
But
okay,
yeah, I do remember like look when we bought the Roy home, like we'd go in these houses and it just felt weird going through people's shit.
bro. I remember one time I went in there, bro. Fucking opened the door. Somebody was in there, bro. I was like, oh shit, awkward as fuck, bro.
Good morning.
Another one. We went down in the basement.
There's a kid down there or something.
There's like a couple down there
Oh
with a
fuck.
fucking dog just waiting for us. I'm like, y'all couldn't like go in your car and go to the park real quick? Like, what the fuck? So
Yo.
yeah, and that's just my
Yeah.
experiences. The shit I've heard around like agents is I
Yeah.
heard some crazy shit. Like,
I could imagine. Yeah, I think that Roy house kind of more I think attracted me just because when we moved, well, we went there. I guess they were
yep.
already kind of like packing and getting out of there. So
Mm,
the house was already kind of like seemed like it wasn't really lived in or livable
yeah.
or
Yeah, like halfway out the door type shit.
yeah. So I think that's what kind of more attracted me because fucking some of those houses we went into, I mean, they probably would have been fine, but it was just weird knowing somebody else was like you're
That was a
just
turn off to you?
yeah, it was.
Oh shit.
And I think now me and my girl, I mean, that's bad, but I don't think we'll ever want to move into like a house that's been lived in.
Damn.
It's just kind of weird now. She's like, because you know how carpet, I don't know, I can get into this deep, but you know how
Nah,
carpet and
yeah.
like, have you seen like those mattress videos where they get like they get like those crazy expensive vacuums and like they fucking vacuum your mattress and all the
Sweat and all that bullshit.
skin cells,
Yeah, dust, basically,
dust
all that
basically.
shit.
Well, carpet's the fucking same way, and if the carpet's used, like you don't know what the fuck, like how much people's skin cells are still there, like and if the dog pissed there or a cat or
Well, with that mentality, you gotta hate hotel rooms. You gotta get hate all kinds of shit, bro.
that's what I'm
So,
saying. Yeah,
it's like taxis, Ubers,
it's
all that
fucked.
shit, or even just being in public.
But living in there though, it's different though, because like that's you go there every single day now for the rest of your life. Well, not rest of your life, but yeah, there's an extent obviously how crazy you can get with this. You can be a clean freak, and I feel like the people that are clean freaks are
Yeah, I
they're
don't
far
think
from
I'm.
being perfect.
Yeah, I don't think I'm like that, but I'm like that with hotel rooms. Yeah, my
Yeah,
girlfriend hates it because she fucking goes in the fucking shit like all the way in there and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I want to sleep on top of that shit, bro. Like on top of the bedding. I don't know. Like I'm getting over it a little bit here and there, but I don't know what the fuck it is. I just you know.
yeah. I mean, it seems weird because with that, I think with a house it's just weird because I feel like you're paying a fuck ton of money. Like you want it to be good, but in a hotel room, that I'll let it by. My girl will be like, "Hey, there's like a." I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like think about
What's that stain?
if you're eating hot Cheetos and you leave a stain, like the next person now is gonna have a stain like in that sheet, you know. So it's kind of weird. I've let that kind of go through. We were talking
Oh,
about that like Airbnbs, like how
yeah.
I think I can just let it slide down. But a house, I feel like something you're actually paying a fuck ton of money and you're.
Yeah. Well, I don't have the luxury to fucking buy a new house for
Well,
sure.
I don't think I
So
ever had that till now,
yeah.
and now it's just like yeah. But I do remember back then, yeah. Speaking on that whole thing, but yeah,
Damn.
kind of weird. Kind of went full circle there, I guess.
Yeah, bro. But that's how it be.
Hmm.
That's really how it be.
I don't even know what got us into real estate.
I feel like just talking about just fucking just doing shit, acquiring new skills and shit like that. So yeah, yeah, we just got to keep moving, bro. But I think something that sparked the idea is we got to keep moving. We can't be just hoping for the big break to come while we're not prepared, right? Because
Yeah.
luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And yeah, in that case, I guess I was just trying to make the connection where you hit me up.
Hmm.
I had I won't say all this experience, but I had some experience, the license to even do it. And yeah, good to go. But no, it was fun. Yours was one of my favorite ones. And then right before there, oh shit, I think it was actually two. I helped the homie Rafa buy a house as well.
Okay.
His was pretty cool. This was a little difficult because we put an offer, we locked in into a house, it ended up being kind of like weird after inspections and shit like that. So then honestly, we just basically try to figure out how to get the fuck out of there, bro.
Hmm.
Like literally without losing his earnest money. Earnest money is like well, you know what it is. It's the money that you put up. Um, Basically, it's kind of part of the deposit, the down or the freaking down payment. But essentially, it's like saying, okay, here's this money that I'm willing to potentially lose if everything, if we don't agree upon something after this certain deadline, which is after the due diligence
Hmm.
deadline. So basically, we kind of had to like fucking figure out because I think it was passed. So that we ended up making some, they call them addendums, an adjustment to the contract.
Hmm.
Basically being like, hey, we need a little bit more time. As soon as that shit got approved, we are like, all right, we're getting the fuck out of here, bro. And low
Hmm.
key, I was like, fuck. Like, I wonder if the seller was going to be like a pain in the ass and be like, no, 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 what the fuck? But luckily, he didn't go after us or nothing like that. So,
Well, that's good.
yeah, but that was a fun one just because, yeah, I feel like I learned a lot and I feel like I just got to know him on a personal level. It was it kind of got more personal, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
we kind of got to like sit down a few times and be like, yo, like what are we doing here? And yeah, we got to figure it out. And then before that, I think it was the boy Austin's house. I helped him sell
Hmm.
that. And that was pretty cool to me because that's when I first moved out of my parents. That's where he hooked me up and I ended up staying with him for like a whole year, bro. So shout out Austin for
Shout out.
helping me get out that toxic environment at the time.
Hmm.
And yeah, I was paying like $400 for a room, bro. So
Yeah.
that
Can't
was
beat that.
the fuck no, especially nowadays.
Shit.
Nowadays you can't. Yeah, it's not even hurt. Like you don't even hear about that shit
Fucking might be a closet.
type shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just crazy, bro. Life works in mysterious ways out here.
It does. I was gonna say something, but I can't even remember what the fuck. It was like on the tip of my tongue.
Just talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
About the whole house stuff, but
Yeah.
huh. Well, yeah. Wrap
And
it up with houses, I guess.
yeah, shit. What's another news, bro? What else is popping though?
Just been speaking of all this, I mean, I think I've been getting there eventually, right? Kind of doing the things what I have control on, which is my surroundings. I think
Mm-hmm.
now I'm gonna make my official post tonight for my Instagram page, my my business page. I haven't posted this whole year. I think I posted
Oh shit.
last.
Okay.
God, just because like it really like all this was kind of a throwback today because I was in that shop and I was just like I was literally posting like almost every other day for
Mm.
like almost a whole year like when I first started, like, and I'm looking back, like think about it now. I think the posts were just like window tint. It was just like two front windows like on a car or like roof wrap. And like now I don't even entertain any of that shit. Like I won't post something that's just a roof wrap. It has to be something that was like a big job where it's just like, oh, cool. Like
Yeah,
I can demonstrate, but
but maybe you're putting too much pressure on yourself because like, what's wrong with maybe even just posting something on your story? Like,
oh, I
hey,
for
you know
sure
what I'm
put
saying?
weight. I mean, that's why I don't post because
Yeah. So you
I'm
fucking
so
up, bro.
I am too picky about what gets posted, how it's worded. I mean, at the time when I had a helper, he was offering to do all that stuff for me, and just knowing how I am so picky, I want to have full control over it. That we never got there. So, no, I'm definitely the problem for sure. I mean, I'll definitely take that all the way. But yeah, I mean, stories are popular. I have a good friend that has a shop up in Brigham and or Logan,
Yeah.
and he posts like stories like almost every day, like
Mhm.
twice a day of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Actual posts, he probably doesn't even post that much.
Yeah. I feel like maybe you could do some shit like that.
But yeah, I think I don't know.
Nah, bro. Just fucking take a picture of whatever. Put a fucking cool song on. Maybe
Yeah,
describe what you're working on. I'm not saying every day, you know. I don't want you to be like, oh my
yeah,
god, I have a new fucking task every day. But just maybe something cool that you find interesting and do it. But yeah, it's kind of like I feel like we've talked about this with our own social media.
mm-hmm,
Me fucking posting like the reels all the time, like that shit feels fucking weird all the time. Even yesterday, I
mm-hmm.
had the reel for today ready to go. I fucking started overthinking in my head, bro. I'm like, shit, should we even be posting shit like this? Because it was the reel where we're talking about the lottery, and I basically said, hey, you're gonna call in,
Yeah,
and I was like, bro, should I even post this shit? Like I fucking felt weird, but this was like a fuck maybe midnight, bro. But then I woke up and I was like, man, fuck how I feel. Like post that shit.
yeah,
So, but I get how you feel. Like it's weird.
yeah. You're always thinking of what people are going to think about it, and
The reality is people don't give a fuck.
that's the reality of it. But the thing is, I low key be judging a little bit, so I'm less like, there's people out there that do judge, so you know.
What are you judging though? Like specifically?
If I see another shop and I see something, I'm like, oh, they're trying too hard, like
Mm.
they're like, you know, you could
Like
just
trying to get like business or just like, or
no, not
how
like
is
by
it?
the amount they're posting, but like the video or something they're making.
Uh
It's
huh.
just like, oh, that's like a little cheesy. Like I'm saying, like I'm always judging, so I'm like, I know people are always judging too. Like that's the
Yeah.
problem. I'm not a person that just doesn't like just thinks only what people might think. I'm like I think about that way because I think about what people think, you know. And I kind of been putting this on my girl, like a lot of stuff like this, where I'm just like, when, and it's not even, it's more of like a situation. I'm like, well, put yourself in their shoes, you know. It's kind of like that thing. So like the whole movie character thing, you know. It's like, what would you
Uh.
tell yourself
Yeah.
if you were
Yeah. Yeah.
watching yourself do what you're doing? And
Send it.
but yeah, but the best time I've noticed to post when I was actually posting somewhat consistent, not really consistent last year, but I was posting a little bit last year, and I'd always post like around 4 a.m., 5 a.m. because my
Damn.
ass was up every night that late. So, and that's when I was getting the most engagement because I feel like a lot of the followers that I have, which back then were the people that were doing their subies or doing this, they wake up at 4 a.m. to go to the work. So they're seeing it. They're when they're
Yeah.
at
Right on
lunch,
their fucking feet type
when
shit.
they're on
Yeah.
not break, but when they're ready to clock in, they're waiting in their
Yeah.
car
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
6 in the morning. It's already there. But when I post like at 3 p.m. in the day, I'm like it doesn't. I don't know. I just noticed that it would get more engagement during those
Mm.
hours. So,
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
but yeah, man,
Yeah, bro. Well,
the
fuck.
relevant thing is definitely something that made me think about it today. I was like, huh, what the fuck I got to do now to? It's not even I want that kind of work either because I feel like that people is usually it's younger kids. Younger kids, they're trying to get money, but at the same time they don't even got that much money. They're just trying to get the cool shit at a lower cost. And back then I was just trying to get anything through the door. So
Yeah, but at the same time, back then you weren't as busy as now. Like I feel like right now you could not get any calls for a month, and you're still gonna have shit to do for a whole
yeah.
month.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like maybe it's just fuck. Like I don't want to get a fucking random ass detail job either, you know?
Yeah. And the only thing about saying relevant is that because they're going to grow out of that stage and they're going to be the customers where they're getting a nice car with the family and they need it PPF and they need it tinted. And I got to stay like, you got to stay in that loop, I guess, no matter what. You got to stay relevant regardless. But yeah,
Yeah.
like you're saying though, you don't always be doing the cheaper stuff. Obviously, now that my time is definitely worth a little more, but
Yeah, bro. And then also a reminder too is like perfect, like striving for perfect, like that's such a false thing. Like what the fuck is perfect, you know? Like you're waiting for the perfect time that like you'll never come. Like that's something I still got to tell myself.
mm-hmm.
Like and yeah, sometimes good is good enough, you know? Like you're going to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like if I would have, let's say, done a reel, because I look back on the first reels, I'm like, fuck, them shits was ass. I ain't gonna lie. I
We
was
were
like,
literally just taking them off whatever it was producing, and we were just posting it. Not
yeah.
really, and then we started editing them,
It was
and
just out of frame, the words, the thing in my head, like they were too long. Like I didn't really get it. And now it's like now they're fucking way better, and I actually feel like okay, cool. Like I feel comfortable posting
mm-hmm.
this. But if it weren't for the initial shitty ones, I would have never got to that point either. So that's what, like a reminder with other stuff in my life too. I'm like, well, fuck, bro, you got to get started in order to get that good. You know, kind of like our podcast too. The first episodes, looking back, they probably were asked. To be honest with you, it's why we probably hesitated a little bit to tell everybody. But now I feel like we're better. I'm not gonna say we're amazing or no shit like that, but we're at least coherent enough to hopefully you know give a message or translate,
Yeah,
So yeah, it's just
we could be considered a podcast now. I feel like,
after the 100 mark, I was like, okay, I feel like we're consistent enough to be considered a podcast, but definitely not like no 1% or no shit like that. Like we still got a lot of legwork for sure.
oh, I remember like back then, if I ever told someone I have a podcast, like an episode 7 or something, and they see the video, they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, it's like the
And see,
fuck.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
I know that shit looked like shit, so I was like, that probably held us back from telling certain people sometimes. But now it's like, oh, cool. Like we seem somewhat legit now, and at least we hope we're obviously
yeah,
getting better every day. And
yeah. At the same time, that's not gonna mean that I'm gonna fucking post a shitty ass reel. Like I
yeah,
missed
you take
too.
your time with that for sure.
No, but I might fuck up one of these days too, though. And we
Mm-hmm.
might not get. It is what it is. Like you're not gonna have 100% accuracy rate either. Is that like kind of the
Yeah,
point?
we had one last week, huh? That kind of blew off.
On Instagram, it's weird.
Yeah, I got like the notification like 500 likes, 1,000 likes or views. I
Yeah,
think it
it was
was.
views, it was views. No, but it's weird, bro. Because that one did really good on Instagram. On YouTube, it got like fucking 4 views.
Mm.
I was like, what the fuck? And then on TikTok, the last 7, 8 reels, they
Like
shadow
0 views
banned us again.
or 0 likes. I mean, yeah, I've seen that a few times
Son of a
where
bitch. It's weird, bro.
they got
Fluctuates
nothing.
so much.
Mm-hmm.
We were, I don't know, saying we're getting like traffic to the actual YouTube page or nothing like that, but we were at least getting some likes on TikTok, and I don't know, maybe getting more known. Even maybe our audience listeners, they don't fucking watch reels or on Instagram. Maybe they're on TikTok. So
Yeah, you don't know what
you know,
platform they're on.
yeah, fuck it. It's the same amount of work. Just
I think going
upload
back, I
again.
think that's a little bit of what made me kind of quit posting a little too. Getting discouraged by really fucking. I was like, especially how picky I am,
Mhm.
and I'm taking the time, staying up till 4 a.m. Posting this, and that should get like 3 likes, not 3 likes, but like 13. When back then, you can't always
Nah,
be relevant right anymore, but
yeah.
it was like 60 likes, 80 likes, 100 likes, and then
The
getting like
more you
13.
post, the less you're gonna get, bro.
Yeah, and that's why I don't want to do that. That's why I was like only posting like twice a week,
Uh,
if that every other week. And
yeah, don't let that discourage you, bro. You got this, bro.
yeah,
You literally got this. Imagine it as just a free ad.
mm-hmm.
Like that's what it is. Like fuck it.
Yeah,
Maybe like maybe it's maybe it's not even that good. Maybe it's just like you said, you posting a little quick thing. Maybe that fucking puts that idea in someone's head, like, oh shit, fucking Edgar exists. I forgot. Let
yeah,
me hit him up for a detail or something, right? It doesn't even have to be necessarily you. Hey guys, I'm out here in my garage today. We're gonna be working on this window tint right here, but as you can see, there's a lot of hair,
yeah,
and I'm pretty sure like I know you're gonna be like, bro, I'm not doing that stupid shit. Like, it don't
yeah,
have to be, necessarily that. It's just, hey, I exist. Just a little reminder here and
yeah.
there.
It's kind of funny because every year I fall into the same thing. I had a buddy tell me like, "Hey man, you haven't posted in a while."
Oh shit, okay.
It's because every year I do this. I go like ghost for like 6 months, and then I post like back to back, like in 3 months. And I was like, yeah, it's coming up. I'm like, it's literally routine. Like you go through my Instagram,
Mhm.
there'll be like 6 months of just nothing. and then it'll come up with a bunch of stuff. Nobody ever will look at that, but it's a little pattern. So it's kind of funny though. This year it's coming around though. I think last year we were just so busy to stay. We were trying so hard to stay busy to keep my helper busy. We were posting like crazy like around this time of the year, and then I think the rest of the summer was just fucking dead. Like I didn't post nothing just because we were so busy in the midsummer. But at the beginning of the year, we were posting like crazy to hopefully produce some kind of. We were doing the ads. He was doing like the reels and stuff like that. But yeah, it seems like it's that time. So
No, you got it, bro.
but yeah,
Yeah, well, with the audience, and I need this reminder for myself as well. Don't let that perfect opportunity or you're basically waiting for the perfect, I guess you could say, creation, fucking post, whatever it is, work, art, to to just put it out in the world. Like it's kind of like reps.
it's no right time.
Fuck
No perfect
no.
time.
Hell no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So just put it out there and yeah, just keep going and don't let the likes and shit discourage you. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was definitely like that with the reels at first. The first fucking one or two posts got a fuck ton of likes. I ain't gonna lie. After that, people got and the group was like, oh, like they're gonna keep posting, right? And then, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it is what it is, And yeah, I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie, I don't even fucking be liking everybody's shit either. I don't know. Some people just don't like shit, I
Yeah.
don't know.
And that's social media, man. That's why I don't even waste my time with that because it's like
Yeah.
the only reason you post is just for like the clout. It doesn't do me any good. But it's like I'm going out of my way to post to make myself look like I don't know,
Like
doing something.
something,
And it
yeah.
doesn't even work. So I'm like, why do I even post? So that's kind of the main reason I would always fall off. But I'm like, I know
No,
deep down, I think the inner me is like, you should post, man. It's like your
you
social
got it,
media.
bro.
Like,
You got it.
so
No, in terms of like business and like the podcast and all that, like for sure. But I fall in that same boat. Like if you go into like my if you go on my Facebook, bro, I haven't updated my fucking picture like in it's probably been 7-8 years. Instagram, I fucking fell off. It's been maybe a year and a half, like And then I usually use Instagram now or social media nowadays is to just kind of put people like on a like to thank them or put them like on a little pedestal, show them like my girlfriend likes to get posted, oh my god, a friend's birthday or some shit. That's when I really take the opportunity to be like, hey man, like I fuck with you, like let's celebrate you and shit like that. So no, I get you where it's like we sometimes do fall in the trap where it's like fuck.
it doesn't do you any good. I mean, social media is just,
Yeah.
it can be bad, and I guess in a lot of ways, but at the same time, yeah, we kind of just use it for.
Just don't overdo it like in a narcissistic way when you're like, fuck, let me check how many likes I got. Cause even to this, or I guess I haven't posted in a minute, but like last time I posted, I found myself in that trap where it's like, damn, did I get more likes than my last post? Like, well, why the fuck does that matter, bruh? Like, why?
Yeah.
Like,
If it was for me, I don't even think I'd have social media, honestly. But as a business, you have to stay relevant with.
oh yeah,
People got
yeah,
to see your work, and
yeah.
it just sucks. Yeah.
You get the reach out there, 100%, bro. Yeah, fuck yeah.
It's like our whole social media. We do the whole reels, and you take
Just
a lot of time out of your day. I mean, we pay for the AI program, and
yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's more just to get, like you said, like we're not gonna gain a like or a follower, but it's most like if you keep seeing it, like, oh, okay, I can.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Eventually.
building the brand, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not gonna build a brand fucking with 3 posts. It's like you keep fucking showing up day after day, and then it's like, oh shit, these motherfuckers ain't leaving.
Either I'm unfollowing them, or I'm becoming a bigger fan. One of the two, That's how it be sometimes.
Oh shit.
I've been, I don't know if it's been fucking people recently, but or like something new that happened. I think it's something with my notifications, but I get notified like 3 times a day. People going live. I've been fucking unfollowing everybody that goes live. But I realized after the third person I unfollowed that you could
just
switch
take
the
that
notification off right there right away.
I need to do that shit. That shit piss me off too.
But yeah, so
it's like I don't give a fuck if Kodak Black is live at 3 a.m. The fuck?
let's look at my phone jingles and I'm like, what the fuck? It vibrates and I'm like, I think it's something important. It's like someone's going live. Like,
yeah.
unfollow.
Yeah, bro, that's facts.
Yeah.
Fuck, my emails notifications are on too, and you know how many emails you be getting too. Yeah, that's facts, bro.
Yeah, I turn those fuckers off. Fuck that.
They were off. I don't know why the fuck they turn back on sometimes.
A little update or something.
Possibly, but you're right though. Just don't overthink it. Take day by day, and don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Right now is a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, just keep sweeping that porch.
Facts.
Don't forget.
Please don't not forget.
But yeah, man, looking forward to this weekend though.
That's facts, bro. We do
kicking it with
have
you.
we're gonna be celebrating my we're gonna be good girlfriend's No, my fucked up, bro. I'm always fucking this shit up. When I try to like
Yeah.
describe connections, I always fuck it up. My sister's boyfriend, his name's Mohammed. We're gonna go celebrate his birthday.
Yeah, a
So
little surprise birthday, which
yeah,
obviously you guys will see this after the surprise, so
yeah. So it doesn't even
so
matter.
we're talking about it. But yeah,
Yeah, I
looking
don't think
forward
they even
just to
fucking watch the pod, so it doesn't matter. So they give two shits.
give 2 shits. Well, in that case, then I'm just kidding.
Start talking all this
We're
shit.
doing our own thing on Saturday. No, no, we'll be there to support
Uh-huh.
and have a good time.
Yeah, bro, should be fun, bro.
Be out in Salt Lake and
Yeah, it's a vibe, bro. When's the last time we went to Salt Lake?
fucking New Year's 2 years ago probably.
For real? Damn,
Unless
fuck.
unless we went to Nacho Daddy
Nah, I don't
that
think.
one time. I think it was
No,
before.
it was before, I think.
Yeah, because you put me on
Holy
before.
shit. Damn, bro. Invite
But
me to go out more often. Fuck.
shit, man, I try. Just kidding. Yeah,
No, but
it's
you're
kind
right.
of it's always shitty how that happens. But I mean, I'm kind of happy because I feel like back then too,
Uh-huh.
I would always be doing a bunch of shit and always be working. But yeah, this weekend I gotta be working. So I'm working Saturday morning and then I gotta work Sunday. Um, to just basically catch up on some shit. So, but
It's
either
not
way
like
though,
something you're
no, it's not fucking.
what are you saying? Like giving a client something
It's
or
not an
something?
actual appointment. No, it's
Gotcha. Just to catch up on work and
I
shit.
just gotta. It's more a mental thing. Yeah, gotta be here to stay ahead of it.
Hell yeah, man. See?
But yeah, looking forward to it. I feel like I enjoy more when it's like that because I feel like I'm doing good, even though I'm fucking off.
Mhm.
I'm still like keeping on track and I'm still doing good. Because I feel like it sucks when I go out on the weekends and I'm just like lazy being at home all day. 'Cause that's all I'm doing. I'm at the house. I don't do shit.
I get
So
you,
it's like I'd
bro.
rather just be here because I feel like I'm doing something or I'm definitely catching up on something when I'm here because there's always something to do.
Yeah, I hope I get to that point where you're at where I'm like I can, because for me, like okay, I'm not doing shit. It's like what the fuck do I do?
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of bothers me because just like again going back to what we were talking about earlier, there's so many things I could be fucking doing. It's kind of hard to be like, what the fuck do I lock into?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was going to like that marketing program, that shit was pretty helpful because it was structured as do this step by step. And like I was always like, okay, I could go do this, right? And I was
It's a
fucking
task.
mentally, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, shit was it was helping me out. I feel like I was pretty busy and shit, but I feel like mentally, I don't want to say I was the happiest, but I was the less stressed, and I felt like fulfilled. I feel like the correct word is fulfilled.
Yeah.
I feel fucking so fulfilled, like learning and knowing that I was like building something up. But
Mm-hmm.
now that I'm kind of like in a weird little zone right now where it's like, fuck, I know kind of what I want to do next. Fuck it, I'm just gonna spill the beans. Like I'm gonna be looking for a job as soon as I get back from Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like right now I'm just fucking stuck in a weird phase, and I'm like, fuck, should I start maybe getting ahead, trying to do something? So I don't know. It's like a weird little zone. So I do when I get back. Hopefully I could get back on track and be like, I could you know be like, okay, fucking Sunday's here. Let me invest some
No,
more
for sure.
time doing
Yeah.
that.
No, you can.
Yeah. So that's
That's
what I'm
something to look
looking
forward
forward
for
to.
sure. But no, yeah, like going back to what you're saying, yeah, that's definitely relatable. I think when you fill your plate up with so much shit, like you feel good about yourself. You're
Dude,
doing something,
fulfilled, bro. Fulfillment, brother.
and more when it's for yourself too. So
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully, like you said, you experience that here sooner than later.
No,
Once again,
100%, bro. Because me, I feel like other people, I can't speak on them specifically, but yeah, if I don't have that fulfillment, like if me and you for sure have this and similar, we just kind of feel like we're just fucking just wasting shit, right? Like you said, you're just a house and you're like, fuck, I could be in my shop catching up on work instead of, you know,
yeah,
scratching my ass over here.
time's ticking, man. Well, I mean, I can probably fuck off for maybe 3 hours, 4 hours, but
Yeah.
after that, I'm just like, what am I doing? I'm literally,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
good to reset too. But do you ever feel like that when you're with your girlfriend, or is that like okay, like I'm at least having a good,
yeah,
I'm spending that time with her, so it's not like,
yeah. Like
you know,
like this whole week, when she's been off, so I get home, I try to do as much as I can here,
mm,
and then
it's easier to disconnect, right? When you have someone to,
yeah, and I plan it for that. I mean, as soon as she works, other than today, because it's a podcast day, but
Mhm.
like today, if we weren't doing this, I'd be here till 2 a.m. Like I was like, we do. It's basically a what do you call it? A routine now. When she doesn't work, I get off at 5 and I go home and chill with her. I might get
Mm,
behind on work, which is fine though. I've accepted it because I know when she's working, I'm gonna be here till 5 a.m., 3 a.m., 2 a.m. Um, but it's like become fine now. It's like because I'm used to that stuff. So
yeah,
I just know when I get home, I'm gonna chill with her, watch a show, kick back, And but yeah,
That's good,
but it's
bro.
just the weekends though, because the weekends it's I don't know, it's a thing that like there's nothing to do on a weekend like as far as like the phone's not ringing obviously, so it's like it's literally time that I have to just figure out what to fill it with. I think this weekend we went up and I took the dogs for a drive. My girl came with us, got some pup cups, went to the canyon, went to the park up there, Mountain Green, and went and walked the dogs a little bit in the snow and
Oh
stuff. And
shit. Okay.
but it's like you got to fill it with something,
Mm-hmm.
and if you don't, then that's when I feel like the most. But it usually involves fucking either doing something like that or spending money, going somewhere, a restaurant
Yeah.
or store.
That's my problem right there.
And if we're at the house, that's where I'm like, I just feel useless. Even she said it too. I think she's like, I just feel like I'm unproductive. So she went to the gym. I think it was like on Friday or something, Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
I came back to work. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit at
Damn.
home and just
Yeah.
not do nothing either. Um, so yeah, it's kind of a weird battle there that I have with myself, along with all the
Yeah.
other ones I have. But
No, I get you. And sometimes there's like again, I don't have that exit. Like right now, I'm gonna try like it's kind of sad. Fucking fill it in with like escapism,
Mhm.
whether that be like fucking I don't know, playing a video game or watching some fucking Netflix series or like I feel like it's good to go out with friends. So I'm not really gonna call that necessarily escapism, but I'm like fuck.
Yeah, I mean, eventually I think you'll get something, especially here soon. Sounds like something might, be coming up. It's not like we're hoping for something big to come up. You're gonna be, you're
Yeah,
doing something
we
about
gotta
it.
we gotta chase it.
You already got the plan, and you're basically, making the steps to get there. So,
Yeah, with all due time, we'll figure it out and shit like that. So,
but
yeah,
yeah,
we'll keep y'all updated in the on the pod. But I'm actually really glad that we're having this conversation. At least I'm grateful that if someone hears this and it's like, fuck, I feel a little behind or feel like I'm not caught up, like they at least know that you're not the only one.
hmm
Like it's okay sometimes. Like fuck, it, you're
oh yeah,
figuring it out. Yeah, don't get fucking discouraged, but don't give up is the biggest fucking thing. Like maybe I feel like that right now, but shit, best believe, when I got the opportunity, shit, you gotta keep going, bro. Fuck it, because again, that's how I'm gonna feel fulfilled. I'm not chasing happiness. Happiness is, I don't know, that's some other shit, right?
yeah. And you might see it right now as like you're saying, like you're kind of like using like watching movies or playing games as like what'd you call it,
Escapism.
escapism. Honestly, it's like you gotta enjoy the moment because fuck, when it comes that time that you're fucking full throttle, you're not gonna fucking have time to play video games or watch movies, and you're gonna fucking kind of want that a little bit. I
Hmm.
mean, you might kind of fall in the space where I am, where you're just like, no, like I gotta keep going, and you're gonna feel almost lazier by doing that kind of stuff. But at
Yeah.
the same time, you gotta always enjoy the moment. I told my girl that because she is currently a nurse. She loves her job, but at the same time, she wants more for herself. So she's going back to school and doing all that. And I was telling her, I'm like, are you gonna miss what you're doing? Because like, she really loves what she's doing. She's not gonna
Mm,
do that job anymore. She's still gonna be dealing, with babies and stuff like that. But she's basically gonna be giving orders now. Not really.
like on the field type shit.
Yeah. I mean, she still will be to a certain extent, but
Hmm.
it's different. I guess it's definitely gonna be like a different responsibility upon herself. And
Yeah, once you start managing people, I found out with other supervisors that I've worked with,
mhm.
shit, bro, their job becomes way different for
Yeah,
sure.
it's weird with the medical stuff because you're never really like the doctor. Like he's not even the manager.
Oh
There's still a
nah,
fucking manager that manages him, and he's like the fucking top of the top. So it is weird. Like, but
yeah,
yet again, they give out orders like give him that many pills or tell him to fucking take, you know, all this stuff. So it is kind of weird in the whole medical thing. But yeah, it's you always got to enjoy where you're at in life because it definitely yeah, you think back like today. I was literally having a little throwback, and I was like, damn, like back then I might have complained, and right now I'm complaining, and in the future I'm gonna be looking back and be kind of grateful where I was and what I learned from all the stuff you go through because only makes you better.
yeah, that's facts.
It's
Gotta
experiences, man.
gotta keep going, bro. And I feel like if both of us even just feel like content and happy right now, I feel like, well, I guess you never know, just depending on your mentality. But I feel like it might maybe just slow down progress, I guess you could say, because we're not yearning for more. You know what I'm saying? Like when you like feel like something's off or like you need or want something, it kind of propels you to be like gets you out of the fuck out of the bed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Versus if you feel like, oh, okay, kind of like what you said a little bit. It's kind of It's kind of fucked up. It's like the balance. Like on one hand, you have to be grateful, happy for what you have, but on the other hand, it's like okay, since we're happy now, like we still want to keep improving and at least grow, right? So it's like a double edged sword, what they call it. It's like
Yeah.
it's it's pros and cons to everything, I guess.
Yeah, there really is, man. It's just the way you have to look at it, right?
Yeah,
But man,
yeah. So keep going,
yeah, keep it going, keep
going,
pedaling.
keep pedaling on that
Like
fucking
our
bike.
boy Eric said, don't let off the gas.
Yeah, don't let off the
We let
gas.
off the gas a little too much right there, but
Yeah, I
just
feel
kidding.
like that's
My shit pun, man. No, I feel like yeah, there's always situations where you find yourself there, and then you got to snap yourself back into it and get going. But it is true though. Like, don't let off the gas because once you do, you'll catch up. You know
yeah. It's kind of harder to build up momentum versus when you already had momentum.
exactly. It's like you might
Yeah.
as well just keep it going. It's a still slowly, way up, but you're going up. Versus if you just let off, now you're fucking.
Nah, I've seen that actually with the gym when I back in the day when I started. It's like when I'd be at the gym, like obviously it's easier to, just keep showing up, right?
Mhm.
But fuck, dude, take a month off, go back in. That shit's hard, bro. I still getting fucking sore, shit's hurting, motivation's at like an all time low. So that shit is a fact. Like once you have a little momentum, just don't like burn yourself out either, but
Yeah,
do be
slow and
doing
steady.
something. Yeah, fuck.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. Shit, we'll figure it out though.
Oh yeah,
This is kind of a little diary as well.
this
So
is life.
yeah, life a bitch.
Life is life, and man,
Life kicking my ass, bro.
shit. If it ain't kicking your ass, you're not doing something right.
Fuck. Yeah,
Yeah,
do you think
and it's crazy because we talk about. I mean, it's not even our worries, but people always say like when you're successful, like you're really doing good when you get your first lawsuit. It's like fuck,
damn.
the problems don't even stop. I'm just like, god damn. You think I'm gonna, you make a lot of money and you think it's done? No, you
Yes.
start dealing with bigger fucking problems. Like now you got to deal with paying someone out millions or somebody suing you for something because.
Fuck.
So it's like
It's like,
all right,
here
all
we
right. I
go.
think I like it here.
Yeah, well, moral of the story, what Edgar's trying to say there is problems are never gonna, you know, go away. Problems are a part of life. The sooner you realize that, and not only realize it, accept it internally,
Hmm.
that's when you can be like, okay, when some bullshit happens, it's like, oh, there it is. There's one. And it's all right. Shit, there might be a few that day, actually.
Oh
So,
yeah,
just don't think it's one because then, you're going to have your expectations fucked. I'll be doing that shit. It's like, oh, yeah, nah. Yeah. I'd be having some expectations sometimes, bro. And I kind of know a little bit too. And I was like, why the fuck? Like, it's
hmm,
like sometimes I work like a whole week. I'm like, fuck, the weekend's coming. Da, da, da. And then my girlfriend comes over and she's like, fuck it, let's clean everything. And I'm like, fuck. And in
hmm.
my head, I'm like, I thought we were going to chill. And that kind of fucks me up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, don't have a don't have expectations.
No,
Kind of fucked up to say sometimes. It's like, oh yeah, don't expect to have a break, but if it comes, yeah, definitely enjoy it. Be in the moment. But you never know what the fuck can happen. You get a call from someone, and you know, yeah,
yeah, you won the lottery.
you won the fucking
You
lottery.
won the fucking the Powerball.
Shit, let's go get some tickets, bro.
Let's go. Speaking of that, damn. You think I still have that ticket. It's sitting on my desk, and I was gonna throw it away today, and I'm like, it'd be crazy.
Well,
When we're fucking 50 or even fucking in a year.
uh,
Like the next Powerball fucking winning numbers
dude,
is on the ticket you have. But I'm like, you'd have to go insane, literally be checking that. But I was just curious, like, what's the chance
yeah.
of any of these numbers being like a winning number set for like sometime in the future?
Well,
I'm sure it's a thing, right? It's gotta be.
there's 52 weeks
It's,
in a year, so that's 3 times 52. Where are we at? We at 156. 156, and let's say make it easy. 100 years. That's at 2 zeros to 156. Was that 15,600? That's still a fucking low chance out of 1 out of 300 million.
there's way too many. Not even that, but think how many number combinations you can make out of all those fucking numbers.
Yeah, 1 in 300 million. There
One
fucking
three
is.
hundred million?
That's like those. What are you talking about? Like just one number set you have, or are you talking about everything?
Oh, all the numbers that you have.
Well, I guess it depends how many you have. If it's 10, then you just multiply that by another 10. I don't know. We're probably getting into some crazy mathematical shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Numbers don't really
We need Neil
do too
deGrasse.
good in my head.
I don't know. I'm fucking mathematician to get in here.
Yeah, but man,
Yeah, bro.
other than that, anything else?
Yeah, man. We got to say some wise words and shit like that. It's okay to feel.
Pick your head up.
Pick your head up. Pick your yeah. That's a little inside joke.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, just don't. One of the things I've actually been hearing a lot of, and I feel like it's kind of hit is this dude was saying that one of the biggest regrets people have like on their deathbed is that they were too rough on themselves.
Hmm.
And basically he was kind of saying like it's okay to forgive yourself, don't be too hard on yourself. And and that shit's maybe was shit on the past, right? If that shit's in the past, you can't change the fucking past. So like don't really feel too, don't feel sorry for yourself, right? Forgive yourself. What can we do now? It's the present, right? Let's move forward and fucking yeah, just make something out of it. So forgive yourself. Maybe you did fuck up. Maybe, this is an opportunity to, keep moving forward. Maybe the last 10 years you literally have not done shit. You just been fucking off. It's like, okay, hey, fuck it. The past is in the past. Forgive yourself for that bullshit.
Tomorrow's a new day.
Tomorrow's the new day. Shit, right now you can do something. Let's keep the fucking ball moving, man. Let's put some grease on that motherfucking.
Let's
I
grease
don't
the wheels.
Yeah, grease the fucking wheel. Let's keep gliding, Let's keep going. Shit. But yeah, that's something that I heard recently where I was like, yeah, it's a fucking fact. Because I feel like there's, well, with most people, I feel like the hardest person is going to be yourself. Like,
Oh hell yeah!
you're going to be your biggest hater. You're going to be your worst critic,
In
bro.
most situations, and some, unfortunately, they have somebody else. But
Yeah, unfortunately, you might have a little hater in there. But the biggest one, I literally was actually thinking about this the other day. I was like negative thinking. I was like, damn, this person don't fuck with me or something.
mhm.
I think like the next day, they ended up hitting me up, bro. And I really sat there, bro, for a second. And I was like, I'm a piece of shit, bro. And I was just like,
I doubted you.
and I was just like, I'm my own fucking biggest enemy, bro. And that's when I literally was now, if something happens and I'm trying to like negative think, oh, this person don't fuck with me or something. It's like, bro, it's literally just yourself, bro. It's like you're literally injecting yourself with all these toxic thoughts, making up fucking fake scenarios sometimes. You ever do that where you make like fake scenarios in the head?
Hmm.
And it's like, it's all bullshit, bro. That shit is some fantasy shit you're literally telling yourself and repeating it to yourself. So, yeah, just to acknowledge that, if I'm pretty sure, like, you're going to be your own worst enemy. Like, you're going to look in the mirror and you'll be like, damn, I fucking don't feel confident. And you might have been going to the gym a few years and you look fucking good, bro. But, you're going to be your own worst enemy. Like, enough's not enough. But again, forgive yourself, you know, be aware that, you're going to be your biggest hater. Most people don't, aren't going after you. They're too busy living their whole complicated fucking lives.
They're
Like
in their own fucking,
they're all, yeah,
in their own fuck. Not even just a world, but they're fighting themselves.
yeah, bro. Like we all have all their own sophisticated, complex lives they're all living. Like literally, we all have our own issues. We all have fucking traumas from like we were childs. Like we're all living some crazy fucking things. I remember my friend Austin, bro. He was telling us there's a word for that. I'm pretty sure the word sonder.
Mm.
The sonder is like the realization or the concept that like damn, we all are living complicated fucking lives. It's not just you. Because for a point when I was growing up, I thought I'd only think about me, and I'd be like, damn, it's about me, 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 and then I got to a point where it's like, oh fuck, we are literally all going through this shit. We all get happy, sad. We all fucking have ups and downs, and most of the time, not. I feel like not everybody's happy, bro.
Mm-mm.
I don't think the majority of people are happy. Like no, 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 no. Like I feel like it's a skill you have to build up. You know what I'm saying? You have
Mm-hmm.
to get to that point to be happy and shit. So yeah, but yeah, that's kind of it, man. I just wanted to rely that and be like, hey, you're gonna be your biggest hater most of the time. So
Yeah.
be aware of that. People are most people are not going after you. They're fucking living their own fucking world. And I'm not saying that people are insecure and maybe hating a little bit, but like your biggest fucking hater is gonna be you most of the time. Like literally,
Hundred
it's
percent.
the other people. They're gonna go home and forget about that you even existed, bro. Like they're on their own head, dealing with their own demons and shit like that. But yeah, my bad. I was a little drawn out,
No,
but
kind
I,
of said it better. I think that was yeah. I think a lot of people can relate to this pod. I feel like obviously
beautiful.
it's not for everyone, but I think there'll be a lot of people that have found themselves in at least once in their life these kind of situations, and I'm sure they've hopefully they've come out of them or seen through them. Because yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't really see through the problem sometimes. They kind of just get stuck there and
Yeah.
stuck in the mud. You got to put
Yeah,
that
yeah,
4-wheel
yeah.
drive on and get on out of there, man.
Yeah, and sometimes you might need someone to dig you the fuck out of there, Reach out
Shit,
to a
you need that guy to
mentor.
come through with a winch and
Yeah, with the raptor and pull you the fuck out,
yeah, get that raptor. Hopefully the raptor don't get stuck. Then you need a little excavator.
Yeah,
Shit, we were
yeah.
in a little sticky mess like 2 weeks ago, or no, 2 weeks ago. It's like fucking almost a month now since we went snowboarding.
Yeah.
Went into that fucking empty lot. Basically where I live, it's a lot of new development, and there was a little shortcut way to get back to my house. I forgot my wallet and phone. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go through this. It was fucking pouring fucking rain and snow. It was just like, it was fucked. I didn't think about it.
It's a good day.
It was a good day. I thought it almost went to shit day. But yeah, I thought I was like, I'm in a truck, won't get stuck. But I didn't even think how like swampy. Well, I mean, that's how mud's made, right? Fucking
Yeah.
water. But yeah, as soon as we got off the gravel, because it's like a gravel kind of area before you get to the main road. After we got done with that gravel, went straight in the dirt. That shit was just straight mud. I felt the truck just like sliding everywhere. I was like, fuck.
We
We're
made it out, bro. We good.
Yeah, but yeah, luckily we didn't need an excavator that day or another raptor to get us out.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. That's a great way to connect everything. Yeah. Like sometimes you need help. You get to
Yeah.
fucking dig yourself out, If you can't, seek some help, I feel like I need to get better at that. Actually I was a little more vulnerable on a phone call earlier, and I was just like, hey man, like, are you ever fucking sad? And that opened a whole conversation. And after that conversation, I felt good. So yeah, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Well, obviously with people you trust and shit like that. And if you don't have that, I'm pretty sure there's someone. Just maybe you're not open enough. I feel like a lot of people aren't vulnerable sometimes. Like, you'll be surprised if you're vulnerable first, how vulnerable the other person gets. Like, facts.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
Shit, insane. Alrighty, bro. Well, yeah. Anything else we got to cover?
No, I think that was it
No.
for me, man. That was beautiful.
That was a good one.
But yeah, I think we're good for this pod of 104.
Awesome. Alrighty. With that being said, we are out of here. We appreciate everybody if y'all, still listening to this, watching this, and yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.
All right.